Yeah, I'm just really proud of these young ladies. After jumping out to a nice lead at halftime, I thought we played extremely well that first half, but we knew they were going to make a run. And, they got so much talent. They're so well prepared and well coached that we knew, it was going to be a battle. And after they made the run, these young ladies somehow found the grit and competitiveness to find a way to get it done. So really proud of them. Come a long way. When you get to this point, it's a great accomplishment. We're going to enjoy it for a day or two, and then obviously you get greedy and try to get a little bit more. But really proud of the plays, in particular these two made all night long. They stepped up big time. They worked hard all summer, and now they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, and our team is as well. So great team win, but obviously these two played really well.
All right, thank you.
Coach, third time in school history where both the men's team and the women's team reached the Sweet 16.
Not quite.
Not quite.
But it's been since, I think, 89 is what I was told, and it happened twice before, but 89, so
right.
Neither one of us were alive in 89, right?
Anyway, you made the trip to D.C. to support Kevin Keatts in the conference tournament. Kevin Keatts is here tonight to talk about not only the achievement that both teams have made, but the support that both programs have for each other.
Yeah, our players on both sides really are good friends, tight. And Coach Keatts and I love the guy. I'm so happy for him. He's just, even with all this success, he comes to our game tonight, and he's, he called me at 8 o'clock this morning, which I really wasn't ready for. But when it's Coach Keatts, you answer, But so happy for both. They have been on an unbelievable run. I've enjoyed it so much. We stayed over here at the State View, and we had a little meeting room in the back. And we, of course, were watching their game. We're going to watch film as soon as it was over. The bar was right in front of us. Well, we were streaming, so they would go wild in the bar, and then we were like, okay, something good's happening. But it was a lot of fun, and let's keep it going.
Okay, let's get Brian on the edge, and then we'll get Aaron.
Hey, Coach. I touched a little bit the players did on Zoe Brooks and how she just really stepped. But her and Maddie Cox also had some good minutes in the second quarter.
Well.
That 3 to go into the half, some good defense on Jackson. Just talk about how the freshmen stepped up today.
Yeah, no doubt. Obviously Zoe's been doing a lot for us all year long. But, again, on that stage, she hit some really big shots for us and made some nice plays. And then Maddie Cox, we put her on Jackson, and she might have done as good a job as anybody. I thought Maddie's just so smart. You tell her something one time, she's going to go out there and execute it. And then the 3 she hit at the end of the half was unbelievable. So, yeah, I'm excited about them. And again, we wouldn't be here without them. And again, it's been fun to watch them grow up kind of in front of our eyes.
Okay, let's get Aaron, and then we'll get you.
Wes, I was asking the players about the idea of, the game's getting tighter and tighter. It goes from 20 down all the way down to 2. Yeah. And they've mentioned the South Carolina game that they had already seen them do something very recently. Yeah. Kind of what was going through your mind in those stretches and sort of the message you were trying to give them before Isaiah kind of got a couple of those buckets that gave you all some space again?
Well, again, I coach pretty much the same way, again, no matter what's going on. And, I got a little disappointed. We took an early shot that one possession, took an early 3. We gotta recognize, time and score a little bit. But, we went through a stretch we didn't hit shots. Quite honestly, we just had a hard time hitting some shots. And but, they hung in there, kept their heads up, and then hit some big ones when we had to have it. The bench kind of recommended we run that one play, set play, and I think Isaiah came behind the stagger screen and hit the big 3. So, again, it was just a matter of time, hopefully, that we'd hit a shot and get the momentum back. And, again, I think in the first quarter we gave up, 23 points. Did a much better job the next 2. Again, we owned the second quarter, they owned the third quarter, and the bookends were pretty even, but it's a game of runs, and I'm just proud of them for keeping their heads up. They could have real easily let the pressure get to them, and no doubt the crowd's a big plus. I mean, let's face it, playing here at home. That's why all year long I'm so stressed out, because I know every game matters so much if you're trying to be a top 16 seed and get to host. And they've worked their tails off all year to get that little advantage, and just proud of them for cashing in on it.
Let's go here, and then we'll go one back for the next one.
You briefly mentioned that we held Tennessee. I think it was under 10 points in the second quarter, but in the first quarter, they were shooting very well from the field. Yeah. So what went through your mind in between quarters to make those defensive changes?
Well, we did make a matchup change, and we went small on Jackson, which, I mean, what a player. They're saying she'll be second or third pick in the draft, and it's easy to see why. She's a matchup nightmare. If you put size on her, she's going to step out, shoot the three, or take you off the bounce. If you go small, she's going to go inside and post you up, and the coaches there do a great job of recognizing the matchup and exploiting it. So, but I thought Madison Hayes in the second quarter did a really nice job, and then I agree when we put Maddie Cox in there, the assistants were saying, we may want to shift it a little, and I said, no, let's give her a chance. And I think her length helped a little bit, maybe on a couple of little jumpers. So, again, they're a very talented team. Key was killing us on the block, burying us down there. And then, like I said, Jackson, what can you say about her? You just hope that maybe she misses a couple.
Okay, we're going to stay on the aisle.
Talking about Jackson going top 3 in the WNBA draft, Cameron Brink up next, also projected to go top 3. Two very different players, but what is it like to prepare for two very high-profile athletes back-to-back?
I'll be honest with you, I hadn't done a whole lot on Stanford yet, so I can't tell you much. I did watch the game on TV last night, but obviously we've had a coach and assistant that's been preparing for Stanford in case we face them. So as soon as we're done and I get out of here, I'll get a computer with a bunch of clips on it, and we'll start going over the scout. It is good to be able to catch our breath a little bit, and obviously Tara Vanderveer, Hall of Fame coach, winningest coach in the country, and Stanford, obviously a program with a lot of legacy. So, but at the same time, hey, this time of year, you just got to hope, like I said, hope you can match up with her a little bit, slow her down some, and hope we get hot. I thought we shot the heck out of it in the first half, and we just need to try to, keep that going a little more consistently. But, yeah, it's scary, no doubt, to have her sitting there next. But, hey, I'm glad we got the problem,
Okay, stay on the aisle there.
Speaking of Stanford, they will be joining the ACC next year, and so is this kind of like a preview matchup? So heading into watching film, is that a little bit on your mind, do you think?
Well, we're going to see if we can make this count as our game out there for next year, and since we're going out on the West Coast, so we'll let you know how that goes. But, yeah, I mean, I think, it's great for our conference. It's exciting, and, with all the shuffling around of teams and all that, you got to stay up with the times. And so I'm excited about those 3 teams coming in, and I was hoping I was going to dodge Cameron Brinks, but I guess we'll get to see her. I know she's declared she's leaving, but I guess we'll get a peek at her.